Hi, my name's Shota.
And I'm Amber.
And welcome to the Kotatsu Club Podcast.
Where we talk about all things Japanese language and other stuff too.
Yeah. What's up, Amber?
Not much, Shota. How are you today?
I'm good. I thrive in winter. Yeah. I do not like the summer. And I'm pretty sure some of you can relate. Japanese summer is horrid. I like the winter, like I don't... anyways, yeah, I thrive in winter.
So yeah, it's your time. It's your time to shine.
It's my time to shine. Although the air is like a little bit too dry right now.
So dry.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there was like a console chewy warning.
What?
Yeah, on like my iPhone yesterday.
Like, how do you, like, what do you do?
I don't know. I got a nosebleed though.
Huh?
I got a nosebleed.
Why?
I think because of the dryness.
It makes your nose bleed?
Yeah, that's a thing. I've heard.
Oh,
I hope no. The other option is I'm dying, so like hopefully it's just the dry air.
Okay. Yeah, like you get warned. Okay, it's gonna be really dry. I was like, what do you do? Like put like a bunch of lotion on? Like what do you do?
Lotion up.
Or like get a oh my god. Humidifier.
Yeah.
What did I say earlier?
Humiliator. That was great. I wish I caught that on camera.
Yeah. That was definitely humiliator. Yeah.
Humiliating.
Yeah. What's up? What are we talking about today?
So we're talking about you today.
I get to talk about myself today?
Yeah, so
okay.
We thought we never really talked about like ourselves that much on the show, so I thought we could have a little introductory kind of episode. This is the Shota episode. We'll have an Amber episode later another day.
Okay.
But Shota, you have a really interesting like start to your language journey and like living abroad. So I thought we can kind of like start from your like backstory, your origin story. Back when you were.
How far do you wanna like go back?
I think maybe like how far should maybe just talk about your whole like upbringing. Like what was your childhood like growing up in Ehime?
Okay.
Also like where is Ehime? Like what is Ehime?
Where do I start?
Yeah, for anyone who's new here and doesn't know Ehime.
True. Well, my name's Shota. I'm from Ehime, which is a prefecture and island called Shikoku. There are two smaller regional islands in southwestern part of Japan. The bigger one is called Kyushu, and the smaller one is called Shikoku.
Yes.
That's where Amber lived previously as well, and that's where I'm from. That's where I grew up.
Yeah. So Shikoku, I think, is a really special place. That's where I like first taught English. It was in a prefecture called Kochi, which I love. It feels like my Japanese spiritual hometown. It's really different, I think, than the rest of Japan, right, Shikoku? I feel like because it's a little more isolated, there's no Shinkansen, there's no really foreign tourists that make it there. Very rarely.
I would say it's the forgotten region of Japan.
Yeah.
Like nobody thinks of Shikoku when they think of Japan. So if you walk around in Tokyo, like you don't really like see people from Shikoku. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whenever I meet someone from Shikoku, I'm like, oh my god!
Like, oh, like you're from Shikoku. You know
I'm
what I
from
mean?
Shikoku too. I'm not from Shikoku. But that's how it feels.
Yeah, but it's your like a spiritual hometown.
Right?
You know what I mean?
People always confused. Like, why are you so excited about?
Like when I see people from like Michigan or Wyoming, like which I'll explain later. But like I get excited. I was like, dude, like you're from Michigan. Which part of Michigan? Oh, you're from Flint. Sorry, kind of thing.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah. So so that's where I'm from, Ehime, and I grew up there until 17. I signed up for an exchange program.
Okay.
And I took the test.
Yeah.
And I failed.
Okay, so you wanted to study abroad in the U.S. or was it just like any general English-speaking country?
Well, I didn't really care about English.
Okay.
I only cared about US because when I was 14 or 15, so I grew up watching a sitcom called Full House. Like I'm pretty sure, if you like from like the 90s or even 80s, like you've seen it, Full House,
Sorry for all the Gen Zers and Gen Alphas. It's an old sitcom.
It's an old sitcom.
Funny and cute, family friendly.
Yeah, so that was aired back in 90s in Japan, right?
Yeah.
So like a lot of people know Full House in Japan, but it was in Japanese. It was dubbed.
Oh, dubbed.
It was dubbed, right? During daytime.
TV.
Yeah. And fast forward to when I was 15, I learned to like stay up late. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I learned the
yeah,
important
yeah.
skill of staying up
Important
late.
skill of staying up late.
Tetsuya, right?
Tetsuya, yeah. And well, I mean, I wasn't doing anything, but
Watching Full House.
yeah, I was watching TV one day, and on NHK, Full House came on, but this time it was subbed.
Oh, okay.
That was my first time listening to like real Uncle Jesse's voice. I'm like, Uncle Jesse, Dan, you know, like you sounded like this, you know. So it took place in the Bay Area, or San Francisco to be exact. I'm like, wow, like the whole setup and like aesthetic and the vibe and like how people like talk. I just got like hooked.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There was something new and interesting. Maybe.
Yeah, that was like, because think about it. Back when I was growing up, there was like barely no foreigners in Shikoku.
Yeah.
And my first encounter to non-Asian person was like, I was like 14, 13,
Wow.
you know? So like, I was like, oh, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at a local family mart. There was this like Italian guy, you know, like
Just eating an onigiri.
chilling, you know? I'm like, what are you, you know?
It's Uncle Jesse.
It's Uncle Jesse, you know. Yeah, so that's how I got like into it. Also, like my mom used to listen to a lot of like American music.
Okay.
So like I was used to like listening to English in songs, but like that was my first experience like listening to like spoken English.
Right.
Yeah.
So at that time, when did the English education start in Japan? Like how old are you when you start? Like
from middle school, so 13,
Okay.
12 or 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't take it seriously. Like I never have.
Right.
Because I was playing sports the whole
Football
time.
bro.
No, like actually I was a tennis player in Japan. Yeah. So I did judo growing up. And then my brother was like, he was like super tennis player.
Okay.
So I followed his path. Like I wasn't like as good of a tennis player as him, but like I was like a decent player, you know, like I was like winning tournaments and stuff like that. So like that was my focus, right? So, but in classes, like I wasn't doing so well. So like I didn't think I was gonna go to like college or anything.
Oh, really?
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, like I thought I was gonna just like get a job. You know,
Like in Ehime?
In Ehime, in the very town I grew up in.
Like what do you do in Ehime? Work in the paper factory?
Yeah. Okay. How do you know?
Well, you know.
Jeez.
I did live very close to that.
Yeah. So yeah, my town is known for like paper making and like stuff like that. So yeah, that's honestly what I was gonna do. But Full House, Uncle Jesse changed my
ruin that.
you know, my fate, you know. And so I did sign up for exchange program.
Okay.
When I was 16. I took the test. Like I said, I failed. I went to Osaka to take the test.
Oh wow, you had to go all the way to Osaka.
Yeah. There was no like test taking opportunity in Shikoku. And the
Whoa.
closest thing was in Osaka. I mean, Osaka's not too far, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think nowadays it's different? Do you think they have opportunities for testing on Shikoku?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know.
Very interesting.
But yeah, so I did.
So you went to Osaka. Were your parents supportive of this? Were they like, yeah?
Yeah, they were cool.
Okay.
Yeah, because like, so I first got hooked to the whole like wanting to go to America thing when I was 15. And I took action when I was 16, right? So the whole year, that's like all I talked about. Like literally, that's all I talked about, right? You know?
Yeah.
All the waking moments, I was like, Mom, like I need to go to America, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah. So they were like, they knew like how passionate I was.
That's cool,
So
yeah.
they were like, yeah, okay, like do it. You know, they were like pretty supportive of it. And
Did you know anyone else around you who had done it, who had done exchanges
No.
or? Wow.
so back then, my high school had like 150 years of history, and they told me like I was the first one to even like come up with that idea.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, like nobody like has thought, because in Shikoku, like nobody really thinks of like going outside of the island. You know what I mean? It's a very conservative. Yeah, it's like an island mentality. yeah, but anyways, I failed the test. But
How bad did you fail?
okay, so I failed, but I didn't fail at the same time.
Oh.
So as soon as I opened up the packet, right, the problem packet, it was like a multiple choice test. I didn't know the questions were written in English. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's obvious now.
Yeah.
But back then, I was like, huh?
You thought it would be like in Japanese, like how do you say?
How do you say like tanashi
Yeah,
in
yeah.
English or something like that?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
but it wasn't like that at all. I mean, obviously, right? Because you know, like you have to take the test, you know, to see that like you're like capable of like passing like American high school classes.
Right, yeah,
You know,
makes
so
sense.
obviously all those questions were asked in English, and like I just didn't even know like what was being asked, right? But they were being cheap. They were being cheap, and they were like reusing the same question packets.
So like test booklet.
Yeah, like a test booklet over and over again. So like if I like squint my eyes, like I could kind of see like where the previous person circled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the imprint of the pencil.
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah. They were like, you know, like rub it out, like really good, but like I could kind of see. So like I just kind of like follow the previous
followed
person's
it.
like, you know, like footpath. I still failed because the previous person wasn't like that smart. but so I got like enough points so that like I got waitlisted.
Okay.
So based on the point you get from the test, so the higher score you have, the more states you have in your option.
Yeah.
Right? With my point, I couldn't go anywhere.
Oh.
So I barely passed the test, but like I could like no high school were able to take me in, except for this like a very high school that was in Michigan.
Okay.
In this like farming community.
Like super middle of nowhere.
Super middle of nowhere. Like your neighbor's like 2 miles away kind of
Damn.
neighborhood. Yeah. But here's the thing. So you get no host family because nobody wanted you. Because you make videos. It's like, hi, you know, my name's Shota, you know, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I play tennis, you know, I enjoy playing the guitar, you know, like they make you
Oh, they make you like
they make you like make a
Chico
video,
Shokai video.
so that like host family can like look at it. And I was like, oh yeah, I like that kid. Nobody liked me,
Aww.
you know. And I was like, huh.
Did you do it in English or Japanese?
Well, I had to do in English.
Oh my gosh.
But
what was it like? Because you didn't speak English back
I
then.
didn't speak English, so my advisor like came up with all the lines.
Oh, okay. So you just
right?
like read the lines.
And I just like, oh, okay. So like my name. So like
Name is Shota.
so yeah, like obviously like nobody liked me because like based on that video, I mean you weren't like really able to kind of like tell who, you know,
Yeah.
you were.
Right.
But there was this foster care home in Michigan.
Okay. So you got sent to foster care.
Yeah.
In
they
Michigan.
were interested. And I was like, huh. Like, yeah, like I like this kid. You know.
So you lived in a foster home.
Yeah. So I got a call one day.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't have a host family, but if you're willing to like live in a foster care home,
Whoa.
like we can send you to Michigan. And I said yes. I was like, yes.
Wow.
Like, and maybe like 2 months in.
So you knew what you were getting into. Like they told you this is a foster care.
Well, yes and no, because I was gonna say yes either way.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And like
you were like getting there no matter what.
yeah, like think about it. I was 17. Like I
Yeah.
knew zero English. So yes, like my advisor spoke Japanese, but their words were like going over my head. You know, I was
Okay.
like, what the hell is foster care family? You
Right,
know?
yeah.
But I mean, if they can take me in, remember that's all I thought about
Right.
for
That's
the
all you
past
heard.
year.
They
you know?
can take me.
Yeah, they can take me in Michigan. Like I don't know where Michigan is, but I don't care, you know?
Yeah.
Like as long as I can like land in America.
Yeah.
Like
Get your foot in the door.
yeah, like I would be happy to. So yeah, that's how I started out, and maybe fast forward to like maybe like 5 to 6 months later.
Yeah.
So July of 2010,
Okay.
I first landed in America, and I landed in Seattle. I went through this like intensive like English camp.
Oh, they
thing.
gave you an
Yeah.
English camp first.
Yeah, for like 3 weeks, which I didn't learn much because everything was like taught in English, like, and my English wasn't enough to understand.
Okay.
So I did that, and then I was sent to Michigan.
Wow. So what was the house setup like in Michigan? Like, did you have roommates? Like,
I was assigned a bed,
okay.
right?
So kind of like a hostel situation?
No, not really. Like, it wasn't just like a regular house. It was
Okay.
just like a Midwestern house, but like maybe like much bigger than a normal house, but not like much bigger, but like it was like a bigger house. Let's just
Okay.
say a bigger
Big
house.
house.
Yeah, big house, big room with like maybe like 3 beds. There were like 5 rooms in total. Where the parents slept and boys slept and girls slept, and I think there was like another room. Yeah, I don't remember much, but so there's like this big room with like 3 beds. Yeah, so I shared room with, no, I don't remember how old he was, but his name is Austin. I mean, obviously he came from like troubled background.
Right.
And there was this boy, Alan. We didn't share a room or anything, but like I got like close to him, but like he had like problem, like he was like very like but obviously like he came from like troubled background, like his parents like abandoned him like when he was a baby or something like that. So yeah, though I spend time with like these kids, and it was a dairy farm as well. So
Okay.
I worked on dairy farm after school.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's why they took you into the foster care. They're like, free farm employee.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But I mean, that worked out for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, they were nice to me.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't want you to like.
Was it like a mom and a dad? Like, what was the...
Yeah. So there was a dad. Like, I didn't know him much because like he was like always out
Right.
on the farm. He was like a real quiet guy. So I didn't really get close to him, but the mom liked me so much. Yeah,
good.
she was like what, like 40 something. Yeah, she like really took care of me. So I remember vividly the first day, she like just kind of like pulled me aside. I was like Shota, like, do you understand what I'm saying? And obviously, like I didn't understand anything.
You were like...
Yeah, she was like talking at me like very slowly, like I was able to tell that like she's trying to like tell me something,
Right.
but like I didn't understand anything. And the next day she woke me up, I got ready, and like she put me in a car and she drove me to high school, the local high school that I was gonna go to. I got there in June or July, so the school wasn't still in.
Okay.
Right?
So yeah.
Yeah, but the football practice was. So I hop off of the car and I saw like a big like soccer field, right? And I'm like what am I gonna do? And she just like points at a gym, and so I walked into the gym, and this big like football dudes,
Oh my God.
all like tied up,
That's so scary. Tied
but-
up.
Yeah, like some of the kids,
In
yeah.
high school?
Yeah.
I've never heard of... No, that's not legal.
Yes.
You have to be 18 to get a tattoo legally in the US.
Well, I don't think so. No. Like some of the kids, I got a picture somewhere.
I believe you, but I'm just shocked because like I've never seen anyone with a tattoo under 18.
Yo, so I got close to this kid Brandon. Chad. Like Chad even got like kanji
hilarious.
tattoo because of me.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
What?
He's like, yo man, like how do you say power in Japanese?
What? I've never heard this story. Oh
I got a picture.
You voted
somewhere.
for him?
Yeah, so
That's at least he didn't like just get it from the internet like Ariana Grande and have,
that's
like,
true. Yeah.
At least he had like an
terrible.
actual like Japanese friend write it for him.
Yeah. And it was funny because he got like a big ass cross. I think he got it like no, it wasn't his like upper arm.
Yeah.
He got like a big ass cross, and he got a chikara.
Okay. Yeah.
Chikara?
That's such like not a cool kanji.
Yeah. So I walked in the
Chad.
room, and
You know about the name Chad, right? It's kind of like a meme name.
Yeah.
That's why it's like very funny that your friend Chad got the Chikara tattoo.
Yeah.
Sorry for anyone named Chad. I'm sure you're a great
no,
person.
Yo, Chad was a nice dude.
I believe it.
He was nice to me, and like they were. I mean, honestly, they were all nice to me. And the football team was the only reason I got through high school.
Okay.
Okay. So the coaches pulled me aside, you know, like put a helmet on me, and I was like. Then I realized, okay, I guess I'm part of, I'm joining the team.
That's
you know,
hilarious.
like I had never played
You had
football.
no say in it, no choice.
Yeah, I got no say in it, but like at least I had something to do.
Yeah. Did you were you like excited about it, or were you nervous? Like,
I guess I was like pretty nervous at first, but this kid, I still remember Brandon. He was like maybe like 6'2", 220 pounds at least. Mm-hmm. I was like, dude, like you're not a high schooler, and turned out he was younger than me. Yeah. But he kind of like took me in, you know. Okay. He introduced me to all the teammates, and yeah. So you know, I got uniform, I got helmet, I got socks, and you know all that good. And yeah, I joined the practice, and I'm like semi-athletic. Yeah. So like I got hang of it pretty quickly. Like I played on a varsity team. Like our football team wasn't good, like objectively, right. But that kind of like worked out for me. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because like I was like still like I could do something for the team. Yeah, yeah. It was a high school of 300 kids, right? Okay. 300 kids, and let's just say 150 of them were dudes, right? Okay. And on a football team, at least like 50 to 70 kids. You know, from like freshmen, JV, and varsity teams. Between those three teams, at least like 50, 70 of them. So no matter which class you go to, like I see familiar faces. Yeah. And I was the only non-white kid. Well, except for Pedro. Pedro is Mexican, but other than Pedro, you know, like I was the only non-white kid, so like I stood out, right? Right, so everyone knew your face. Everybody knew me, and like I don't know, everybody was so nice to me, you know. Yeah. Like I got popular. Oh, cool. In a way, you know, like I didn't say much. Yeah. Right? But I guess they loved like teaching me English. Yeah, right. You're like this new, like, interesting thing that came to their boring Michigan town, right? They're probably like, yeah. I feel like I could relate to that in Kochi, where people like treated me so special because they were like, "Oh my god, like you came to Kochi, like you came to our town, like let's embrace you." Like what are you doing here? Yeah. So people were like, "Hey, Shota, you know, like throw peace sign and say like, what's up, you know? What's up? Yeah, what's up? Like that's how you like greet to each other." And like I'm like, okay, what's up? And then to that you say, "Not much, man." You know? Yeah. So like they taught me how to talk like like from scratch. Right. That's so cool. Yeah. Like you earned your native English. I feel like I guess so. Yeah. I just kind of like learned my way to like semi-fluency, you know, in that year. That's amazing. Yeah. So when you were first learning English, like when your friends were teaching you like these like colloquial slang words, were you like just repeating it back to them in an American accent, or did you have a Japanese accent at first? Because right now your accent is good enough to fool people into thinking you're American. Honestly, I don't think I've never had Japanese accent. Okay, so from the start you had like. Yeah, cause people were literally like, "Hey, Shota, say this," you know, like don't even think about. Cause I mean, they didn't even say that, but like I didn't even have a chance to like think of like how they were written out. You know what I mean? They were like, yeah, so when you see a teammate, you know, go, "Sup, man?" You know? Right. So you were just like repeating just kind of like replicating that exact sound. Wow. So I didn't know like how that worked. Right. But I just kind of like contextually understanding like what was going on. Yeah. So, you know, all the basic phrases like, "Hey, what are you doing, man?" Or like, I don't know, "How are ya?" Or I don't know, like whatever you use in like a daily life, like I got that down like really quick. So like I would say like maybe like 3 to 4 months in, I was conversational. Like I felt comfortable around them. That's cool. You know what I mean? You were thrown into the fire there. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I want to go back to your home life though, because you lived in foster care. That's like very shocking to like
But like when I first heard that, I was like really shocked to hear. So like, what was your home life like? Did you like have dinner together, like with your foster family all night? Like, I don't know, what was like your daily in the house life like?
Yeah, so the only house rule we had was like no swearing, which I failed to obey multiple times. But other than that, we mostly had dinners together.
Are they like a Christian family? Did you have to go to church or anything?
I mean, they said they were, but
like they didn't go to
but
church.
they didn't go to church or anything like that.
Gotcha.
You know, like there were like cross on the wall, stuff like that. But like there was never a moment where like I went like, oh, these guys are Christians.
Yeah, they didn't like pray before meals. Or
No,
anything.
Anything like that. I guess like a Christmas dinner table. Like occasionally they did, but I wouldn't describe them as religious folks.
Gotcha.
Let's just put it that way. And we had a lot of pizza. We had a lot of Little Caesars.
A lot of junk food.
A lot of junk food. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I gained weight. You know.
Yeah. I saw the pictures.
Yeah. was I fatter?
Yeah. A little rounder.
Yeah. So yeah, some of the kids come and go, but the 8-year-old boy, geez, he's like 20 now. If you think about it, that's scary. But yeah, so Alan, yeah, he was there the whole time because like he literally didn't have like anywhere to go.
Okay.
And there was this girl from Detroit, Rhonda, and Austin. Austin, I think he left like a couple months in. There was this girl, Maxine. I had a crush on her.
Oh.
And she was I think
you
she was
crush
also,
on your foster sister?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, like obviously we weren't related or anything.
I know.
Yeah.
But this is like
she had a rough bring up. Like she's from Flint, Michigan. It's a rough part of the state. And father was like abusive and stuff like that, and like she ran away like with her like super rebellious boyfriend, you know. Yeah, but like they split up, and like she was taken into our foster care home, and she was with us for maybe like a couple months, and she ran away. She gone.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And there were like biological daughters. They had the two daughters. Well, they had three, but like one was like old enough to like leave home. So I had two host sisters.
Okay.
Is the right word for it? Jamie and Misty, and I ended up dating Misty.
What? Excuse me.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah. So yeah.
Was this your first American girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I know. And
was she in the same high school as you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like she was.
Did the mom
one...
know about it?
Yeah, and mom was like super cool with it. I was like, yeah. So like the mom like liked me, like she's like, yeah, like Shota, like he's a solid dude, you know.
Wow.
I mean, we've never talked about it.
He curses sometimes.
Yeah, he curses sometimes unnecessarily, but you know, he's a solid dude. Yeah, so like they were
you
like
had like a exciting first year in the US. This all happened in 1 year?
This all happened in 10 months.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So one academic year, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, I played football in the summer.
Wait, let's go back to Misty.
Oh, okay. What do you want to know about Misty?
Tell us everything. Like, how did...
Okay, so Misty was same age. She was, I think she was junior, she was senior. Yeah, so one day, you know, like we're like chilling at home. And it's just like, hey, Shota, like, do you have a girlfriend back home? I was like, no. Like, why do you ask? I was like, she's like, you're kind of cute. I was like, I'm right back at ya, you know? Oh. Yeah. And yeah, we started talking more. I mean, we lived under the same roof and everything.
Yeah,
you know?
wow, that's so exciting for a high schooler.
We started dating, you know?
You should write a manga about this. I dated my foster sister.
That's like a porn title.
I know, but like, why are all of the Japanese like manga names like?
Yeah. So that boosted my English ability.
Right. Yeah, having a partner.
Yeah, but as I left Michigan, we decided to break up.
So then,
No resentment, you know, we're cool. Yeah, actually we met up when we were like in college once.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. She came to Japan, or you were back in the US?
No, she doesn't come. She doesn't travel.
Oh.
She don't travel.
Okay.
People in Michigan don't travel. So my friends and I were like driving through the States.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, we're like driving through Michigan tomorrow. I was like, I wonder what they were up to. I was like, I hit them up and they were like, oh yeah, like stay for like a couple nights. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so we all stayed at the foster home. Yeah.
So you were with your college friends?
Yeah.
Like driving through the road trip?
And they were like, are you sure about this? I was like, yeah. They're cool. Like I lived with them, for a year.
Wow.
They're cool.
What a cool family. Like so nice. Like
yeah.
Sound very hospitable.
Rednecks. I listen to a lot of country music, and it's gonna sound kind of weird, but like when I say rednecks, like I have like a fond memory.
Yeah, you don't mean it in a derogatory way.
I honestly don't. Yeah. Like when I say,
I can feel that from you.
I don't.
You feel like you're kind of part of them in a way.
Yeah, I don't want like people to get me wrong. Like I understand, yes, there's racism, there's not cool aspects of redneck community, but I would say like majority of people, like if you get to know them, and like once they get to know you, and he's different, but like not that different from us.
Yeah.
Like if we can like all open up to each other. Rednecks are cool, man. Rednecks are cool.
Yeah, I can kind of know what you're saying because, like, when I lived in Kochi too, I feel like, maybe there was some people that, like, at first, like, were like, "Why is this foreigner here?"
Yeah.
And then, like, literally, we would get to talking, and then all of a sudden, they'd be like so warm, like after like getting to know me for a little bit and realizing, wait, she's not a threat. Mm-hmm. Actually, it's kind of interesting talking to her, and she speaks Japanese. Like, okay, like
so it's a fear factor.
For sure.
Kind of like
they've never traveled; they're in their bubble, like,
right.
In a way, it's almost a privilege that we did get to travel and like experience the world and step out of our bubble and like.
Yeah, so I did that for a year, one academic year, and I had to move back to Japan, and I really wanted to like come back to the States, but remember, I always wanted to live in California. California was my dream land. Well. Not San Francisco. Well, yeah.
That's where Full House was.
Yeah, Full House took place in San Francisco, but like it was just like gateway to like whole like West Coast culture. After like I got to know American culture in depth, like I was like start listening to like the Bay Area hip hop. Like Too Short, E40.
Don't know, but
like SoCal hip hop, like Snoop Dogg and Tupac and whatnot. But anyways, so like I was like really interested in California. Like I was like laser focused in California. So I went back to Japan. I started working at local Family Mart for about like 10 months to a year. Like
at this point, were you like excited to go home? Like were you missing home, or were you just kind of like Muriari, you had to go home?
Yeah, no, I had to go home. Like if I could stick around, like I would stick around. But then like that's not how like visa and stuff works. So I had to head back home, and as soon as I landed in Japan, like I was like start thinking like how am I gonna like get back? Yeah, like I have no degree, like I have no like education, like there was nobody in my family that went to college. Other than my big brother, but like he was smart, Yeah,
we have that in common.
So
besides the big brother part, I was the big brother. I was the big sister.
So yeah, I didn't really know, like, let alone like how am I gonna apply for college in California, Yeah. So I spent that 10 months. So like during night I worked, and during the day I just like did like research. I saved up money, and it wasn't enough. But my dad, he's like, yeah, dude, like I was 19 already, right back then. I was like, dude, like you're kind of wasting your time, like I can pay for your tuition for a little while, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, so I start to like apply for colleges, and I discovered community colleges, and they will take you in. If you pay the tuition, like they'll fail you, like if you like slack off. But as soon as like you're going to class, like you can get associate degree. So like I signed up for local community college in Fremont, California. East Bay, and yeah. So I end up in East Bay, not San Francisco, but in the Bay Area.
Okay.
So that's why I don't know how I feel about San Francisco, but the Bay Area is where it's at. If you haven't been to California, go to the Bay Area. Bay Area is where it's at,
Okay.
So yeah, I lived in a town called Fremont, California, where I lived with this lesbian couple.
Okay.
They had an extra room, but they were renting it out for $500, which is like ridiculously cheap
For the area.
Right.
So
I was living with them.
how did you find it? Were you like on Craigslist?
No, so there was like a bulletin board that was like posted at the like on the website, not like a physical bulletin board,
Gotcha.
but like
College website.
where like you can find like a room and board and stuff like that.
I see.
And they lived like really close to the college campus.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, they had that posted on the bulletin board. I was like, yes, this is cheap enough, and they were pretty nice too. Like I got to know them like really like well.
Were they from California or were they like
Ellen, there was American lady and a British lady.
Okay.
American lady, I think her family was from Colorado, but she's from California. She was born and raised in California. And this British lady, she's originally from Kenya, but she grew up in the UK, and she has like a UK citizenship. And they met in San Francisco, like back in the 90s, I think. And then
So they're older than us.
Yeah, they were older than my mom back then. They were like 45 back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you weren't like living with my image was like fellow college students.
No. They had like a whole ass house.
And like life.
There was like they had like a separate room.
Okay.
Like kind of like a detached
I see.
for renting it out to like local college students.
Oh, okay.
And they had history of taking Japanese students in because, not my words, but their words, Japanese students tend to be cleaner.
Okay.
I
mean, in general, yes.
Like they clean, like they take care of stuff. So like, yeah. I mean, I don't know how true that is.
I think in general,
I can't compare.
If you want to generalize, that's the thing.
I didn't live with them, but like I lived in that property.
Gotcha.
And sometimes they fed me and stuff like that. And,
Sometimes they fed you. I'm picturing like they give you like leave some food at your door.
No. Like Shota, like we're like having like an Indian meal because
cool.
the British lady Ashida, she's from Kenya, but she's ethnic Indian, right?
Okay.
There's a lot of Indian population in Kenya.
I see.
Yeah, so they fed me a lot of Indian food, and the Bay Area is like very South Asian heavy area, so I got to know the culture really well as well. Yeah, so I spent 2.5 years in California, but after that my money ran out.
Okay.
So I had to like completely depend on my family. So like I had to look for somewhere cheaper.
Oh.
So I did like research, and then I found South Dakota and Wyoming. Those two colleges provide like quality education, but like significantly cheaper.
Yeah.
Compared to like pretty
California
much
is expensive.
Yeah, California is expensive. So I had to move out of California, and I moved to Wyoming, Wow. I drove my little truck, Ford Ranger, I love that little truck. It broke down in Salt Lake City. I almost ran out of gas and Nevada desert.
Wow.
It was a hell of a trip. But
I feel like that's a story for another podcast.
Maybe.
Sounds interesting.
So yeah, I moved to Wyoming and I got a 4-year degree after 2 years. And
what was your degree in?
Political science.
So at this
trash degree.
At this point, were you as native in English as you are now?
What do you mean?
Like, yeah, your English level is like pretty much native.
Yeah, I think so.
At that
I think
point.
so. Yeah, like I was able to like pretty much discuss anything at any level, you know, like if I
When was
know
that?
about
Like after your first 10 months or like in college did that start?
Oh, like I think in terms of English, I really accelerated in California.
Okay.
So like I had like a solid like foundation in Michigan, right?
Yeah.
But so I met this dude named Z, you know. Z's from China, but he grew up in America. He was brought to California when he was 9 or 10. So I had a buzz cut, you know. I was worn like white tee, you know, but basketball shorts and like, you know,
Yeah.
sneaker. He dressed the same way. I mean, I guess like everybody's in the Bay kind of like dressed the same way.
Okay, so you looked at each other and you're like, ah.
Yeah. No, literally, like in this like a math class, you know, he was like sitting in the back chilling, you know, and like I walked out of the room, and as soon as I walked in, you know, he went like this, you know, he gave me the familiar nod, like not
Okay.
even like he went like that,
Okay.
and I was like, I feel like I know this dude,
Hmm.
right?
Small
And
connection.
I saw next to him, he went, "What's up, man? Like, my name's Z." I was like, "What's up, man? My name's Shota." I'm like, "Oh, Shota. Like, that sounds like a Japanese name. Are you Japanese?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm Japanese." Like, "What are you? Like, what kind of Asian are you?" And he said, "Oh, I'm Chinese, but like, you know, I'm ABC. Like, I grew up in America."
Okay.
I was like, "Oh, okay, okay." And like, we hit it off. We hit it off.
Bromance. Cue the bromance.
So, that was 2012, and this is 2024.
Yeah.
And I've been working out for 12 years because of this dude.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he
He's a
taught
good
me.
influence
Yeah,
on you.
he taught me how to work out. He taught me how to speak English. Like, he taught me everything.
So you feel like he was like a big player in like your English ability?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
He's the biggest player in my English ability. So we hit it off so much that we just like spend a whole day together. Like when I say whole day, like until the next day.
Okay.
So like he's like, "Yeah, man, like yo, like pull up to my house." He's like, "But I don't drive, you know, I don't have a car." I was like, "No, it's okay. Like after class, like what are you doing, you know?" I was like, "Nothing." He's like, "Yeah, okay, you know, like I'll drive you." And that we drove to Z's house, and you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
And we just like spent a whole night together. And I was like, and
So romantic.
yeah, we spend, we're like pretty much like inseparable. And I think he's visiting Japan this.
Oh no way! You
Next
still keep
year.
in contact with him?
Oh yeah, for sure,
Oh,
for
nice.
sure. Yeah. Like he's my.
Oh my god! I want to meet him if he comes.
Yeah. He's my best friend.
Let's go to
Yeah.
karaoke.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's a great singer, and
Oh,
I
wow.
love to sing too.
Yeah,
so, like,
no, you're pretty good too.
Oh,
we
thank
went
you.
together.
Oh, appreciate it. Yeah. So we had a lot in common, and like, yes, he was 10, but like he still like a struggle to like fit into America. Like he still had to like learn how to speak English because like, because he came from China with his like single mom.
Okay.
So like he had like a rough childhood as well. Now like his mom is like really successful nail salon owner.
Okay.
So like these guys are loaded, but but he had like a share amount of like struggle.
Right.
So,
So
like-
he can relate. He could relate. He maybe saw like you like as his childhood self.
Yeah,
So yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
he
and
wanted-
he's a little bit older too.
Okay.
Yeah. So
very cool.
yeah, when you see him,
Yeah.
one thing you would notice is that he talks like me.
Oh my god.
No, well,
this is gonna be so fun.
it's the opposite, I think.
Yeah, you talk like
yeah.
him.
I talk like him.
Naruhodo ne.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you do have a very like slangy, like chill vibe.
I mean, I don't know about that, but yeah,
With your English, it's very like bro.
that not all of it, but like I would say like 70% of it,
Yeah.
like comes from him.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is gonna be so fun. I can't wait to meet him.
I think that the rest of 30%, like I built in Michigan. You know, yeah.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, and I kind of like polished that up in Wyoming, and then all the rest of the history. Like I came back to Japan, and it's been 7 years.
Yeah, so this makes sense of why it's so hard for you to give people like language advice because like it's not something people could really replicate. Like meeting Z
That might
and
be the
like
case, yeah.
living in a foster care home, dating the foster care daughter, the foster sister. But yeah.
Yeah, don't call her sister. That sounds kind of weird.
But yeah, okay. That's so cool. You had a very interesting story. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Thank you for...
I learned a lot. I thought I knew like everything from your story, but I learned a lot today.
Yeah. Thank you for unpacking it. Yeah. I really appreciate that.
Next time we'll talk about me.
Yeah.
So.
I'll ask you a bunch of questions about you, Amber.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you have any questions for Shota, leave them in the comments below. And if you have any questions for us in general, give us an email at kotatsuklubbpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye.